Here it is from inside. Unfortunately, it was full of cockroaches. It looks very bad inside. The problem with this cassette tape that the sound doesn't go down, and the cassette recorder is not working. So the sound is up all the time, it doesn't go down. So the problem, I believe, in this to do with this board. So this take it out and see. You see what I found out? Someone soldered all the terminals with each others. This is stupidity. So I'll remove the solder and resolder it again. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to clean all this board with thinner. Now I have to leave this for some time to dry up, because as you know, the thinner is flammable. So I can't use a hot iron gun. Well, in fact, I disconnected all the terminals, and now there is no sound. The sound is gone. Okay, but it is very low. You can't hear it, but I can hear it. It is a very tiny sound. So with all the RxCS 720 models, there's what is so-called factory fault that always happens on all this model, that there's always a resistor here, a busted resistor here, this. So I don't know whether it is the same with this or not. Anyway, let's try. Of course, I'm not going to test all these resistors, because it will test fine. The problem is that it will test fine. Okay, so what we can do is that nothing. Yes. So it is here. One of these. هنا. We have to wet our finger so that we can hear a difference. But with a dry finger, you'll notice no difference. So I have a glass of water here. I'll just wet my finger. Okay. Can you see the difference? So I'll replace this resistor. I don't know which one of them actually, because both of them test fine. Where? Anyway, it is in this area. What is this? This is only a bridge. Okay. So it is the first resistor. And now we'll try, after replacing the resistor, I'll plug it in the power protection circuit and see. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now I'm going to fix the cassette recorder. I know that Many of you don't like the cassette anymore because they use the MP3 and say that it is an old technology. But I'd like to remind you that a lot of us have some memories on cassette tapes, and even the songs, even the tapes with the songs, they still hold memories, irreplaceable memories. You see, you still, I know that you can still record if you have a cassette recorder with an output. You still can record the songs or your memories on the computer, and then from the computer to a flash memory after converting whatever you have recorded to MP3 or MP4. I know this is possible only if your cassette recorder has output. This one, for example, has only input and doesn't have an output. So anyway, let's fix it. And there are amateurs, they are hobbyists who like the cassette tape. Still, they use the cassette tapes and don't like the MP3. And some people use both. I use both because the arrangements of songs on a tape, you see, is different from when you put them in MP3, because this arrangement means something to you. Okay, it reminds you of something, you see, and this is the point. It is not only, I know that you can transfer them to MP3 and you can listen to them to any any MP3 player. I know that, you see, but still the arrangement of songs resembles something to you. Okay. في على فكرة it is very important first of all to check whether the buttons are stuck or not, but I don't think they are stuck. Okay, anyway, we'll see. I've noticed that there's a cut wire here. I don't know whether you can see it or not. Here it is. Here it is. I'll solder it back, and I'll replace the two belts here. Those two belts, I'll replace them because they are a little bit loose. Now I'll put everything back in the box. The cassette recorder is not working at all, as if there is no AC in. Okay, this might be because of a blown motor, or there's no AC going to the motor, or probably the on-off switch of the cassette. This one I'll show to you. Well, this is the switch I'm talking about. Whenever you press play button, okay, it closes the circuit. You see? Now the circuit is closed and it's supposed to be working. And whenever you press stop, it opens the circuit, then it stops. This is the switch I'm talking about. So probably there is a carbon accumulation and there's no contact. This is what we'll make sure of. And the other cause is that there might be no AC going to the motor. The third cause is that probably the motor is blown. So let's start one by one. I'll press play and I'll try to make a contact. Nothing. There's nothing. There's AC going to the motor. It is 6 volts. So there's something to do with the motor itself. The first thing we are going to do, we are going to remove the belt, then we will try. But I release the stop button first. As you can see, the motor is okay and it is rotating, so the problem is it needs lubrication because of the cockroaches. So I'll lubricate it and see what will become of it. I have to take out the motor so that I can lubricate it. Now let's try. One more spray. I'll put it back, then I'll try. The rondella is a little bit stuck, so I'll have to take this washer out to be able to release the rondella to spray it with WD-40. في يا جماعة برضه. تمام. I put it back. I put the washer back. Yeah, it is okay. I have to. I'll put back the two belts. I'll put the belts back. As you know, there are two belts. One belt underneath the rondella, it goes to this pulley, and the other belt goes to the motor. This one goes to the motor. Here we go. Now let's try and see. Hopefully it will work. Now let's try. Here we go. It is working now, right? I'll put it now back. But as you see, the head is very dirty. It needs cleaning, and also the bench roller. We can clean them with either eau de cologne or alcohol, both the head and the bench roller. Now I have two new problems with the cassette recorder. The first one, that the bench roller is not rotating and the pulley is not also revolving. So what is the problem? Okay, I'll take the rondella out again. The first problem is that this bench roller needs, this rubber needs to be replaced because it has a groove, because it was left for a long time, so it made a groove, so it stops on the groove. So the other problem might be because of a weak spring, so the motor is spinning. Okay, now we're going to take out the rondella once again and see where the weak spring is. This is the problem. This gear, this white gear, is cracked. I don't know whether you can see it or not. There it is. Can you see it? In fact, I can't find a replacement for this gear. That's why I'm going to use a super glue to stick it. And this is what I did. I found a new one. I have spare parts, as you can see. Found a new one, so I'm going to replace it. Now the moment of truth. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This buzzing sound is because of this spring. I'll just spray it now and it will be okay. Now it is working okay. Now let's see the final lock and listen to what it sounds like.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. المستمعون الأكارم، بداية لله الحمد والمنة، ثم الصلاة والسلام على رحمة الله للعالمين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. من هنا عبر صوت من الله اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن إن بعض الظن إثم.
صدق الله العظيم.
أحمر وأصفر أزرق وأصفر والله زمان والله زمان والله زمان يا رمضان والله زمان يا
Sadaqallah Azim. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. See you on a new video with a new product. Bye for now.